Jim, congratulations, a really professional performance today. What a start you made as well.
Well, we know, despite what people said after the game the last week and the week before, they forget the starts of games. And but like I said, we talked about the way we want to play the game. And like I said, it was a really good start. The lads were very professional. I think there was a lot of good performances in what was a difficult environment when they lost control of themselves. But I think we were deserved winners. And like I said, the lads showed both their defensive qualities and their attacking qualities today.
Be honest, 3-0 at half time. Did any memories of 35 days ago creep into the back of your mind at all?
No, not really, no, because we didn't, like I said, from our perspective, we did have a few issues that we needed to make sure of. I think with, we were forced into a change. What a terrible challenge. And if the referees do the homework, Michael O'Connor has been sent off for a similar challenges on Gary in the previous game. That should be in a yellow. Then he gets a yellow for a challenge that he injures himself. So maybe they're karma there. But like I said, lost Gary and that energy. So 2-0 up, we kind of like, I didn't think we took our foot off the gas, but I think we sat back a little bit. So we talked about what we needed to do second half in terms of trying to make sure that we imposed our shape on them and our quality on them. And I think, like I said, it's nice to get that fourth goal, and I think people then start enjoying the game. But like I said, we had to work really hard, and there was a lot of good performances today. A lot of players who it meant something to them today to win this game.
What I thought was really interesting, I mean, obviously you got the 2-0 lead within 9 minutes, but then losing Gary Stopforth, that substitution, it would have been much easier just to put Sam Walker on, make a straight swap, but you brought Callum Mantak on. Of course, he got his goal before half-time, and I think I said in commentary, it's such an attacking change to make. It involved a few other positional changes, but what a great change.
Well, no, there was a couple of, I mean, we could have easily played Sam and pushed Gaz in there, but I thought Bowen deserved his opportunity after Wednesday's work and the training Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think he showed his quality today and won a lot of fans, not just for his quality but also his effort. And I trusted him to be able to play the midfield role. I think we had a few issues on the left. I think we were always concerned about whether Scott needed a bit more protection. I think because they've got a lot of right-footed players, they tend to try to go down that side. Any breaks in our back four looked like they were coming down that side. So we've got a versatile full-back stroke winger type who can play, and I thought he'll protect. And then Warby's allowed to play with a bit more freedom as a 10. Obviously, he was happy to play as an 11 off the left, and that way then he wasn't being smothered by the likes of Scott Kay. He was able to play with a bit of freedom, and I think we've seen that. But we always felt that Callum would protect Scott and make us a little bit more secure on that side, but also have that little bit of turn of pace inside and outside to get a goal, and he could have had other goals today as well.
The Gilchrist goal, obviously early in the second half, was a setback, but you responded immediately to it. And how did you read that little passage of play there?
I've spoken to the players about what I felt caused the goal. And you can, be critical, because every goal somewhere there's an error, and maybe there's an error before that in terms of hold-up play and distribution, and somebody's lost the ball at some point. But I thought that we showed character and responded well. I felt Ben McKenna was a little bit lost on that side, and I thought and Callum was looking a little bit early on. He got into great positions, but then didn't look like he knew what to do in terms of coming inside and getting crosses off his right foot. So I thought it was nice to get Adam Thomas on the pitch, and it's nice for him to contribute to the penalty. What would have been an assist, but obviously, like I said, it was disappointing the goal, but I think we responded well, and I thought, Steve O'Halloran at left centre back and Michael Clark at right centre back sort of imposed themselves in very difficult circumstances, because they played 4 up against us for most of the game. But like I said, apart from a few little issues where we gave the ball away and a few little errors, I was by and large very pleased, and I think it was this week we got what we deserved.
A couple of injuries in the camp at the moment. Obviously we know Sam Million's having his operation shortly, with Chris Smalley and Harry Winter not available today, and now Gary Stopforth with looked like a nasty ankle injury. How bad is it, do we know?
Well, it's not an ankle injury, it's just as well his leg was in the air, because it's You know, we don't know the extent of the bone bruising, but he's gone right through the side of him, and sometimes you know, it's more dangerous because your shin guard's protecting the front, so you're going for the back. I remember breaking my leg here at Edgeley Park, and it was from a kick from behind that's gone to the back of the tibia. Like I said, players like that and aspects like that in the English game, no matter what level, disgust me. And like I said, I think that if FC United wants some motivation from this interview for the next game, I've learned over many years that discipline, not giving away fouls, not giving away poors, they're going to lament at the end of the season the disciplinary record because they've got good players sat in the stand, because of sending us off. They're giving away penalties and losing games, and they're getting players coming off because they're injuring themselves in poor challenges. So if they can get that right in terms of the way they defend, the mentality they defend, because they've got some attacking players that can hurt you. So, but I thought Tom Greaves was massive today. I mean, what an appetite he showed in terms of getting back into midfield and leading the line, and he stayed on for the whole game. And I know I've been a player manager at Dundalk, it's extremely difficult. So I'd be really disappointed to come away from him after all the efforts his team put in. But I think watching last week's game and what I've seen from his team today, he's certainly playing for him, and I think I wish him well as they go through the season, because we'd like to have a kind of atmosphere we've had today and a really competitive game next season against these.
And it's great for County today to get the 3 points, to be right back on the coattails of those teams in the playoffs now. I think just 1 point outside the playoffs. How important was the victory this afternoon?
Well, it's really important because you know, whether you reflect on the FA Cup exit, or whether you look at last week's game, or whether we've actually shown all our qualities this year, I think it was really important for us to get a win and just remind fans that we have got quality and then to trust in us. We obviously are getting players coming back to fitness and able to play for 90 minutes, as you can see that. And like I said, if we can just keep players fit and keep all the noses pointing in the right direction, then we'll continue. But I'm not going to celebrate one win. I want back-to-back next week. And I was at the bonfire last night. I must mention this. There was a young girl, a lovely kid, come up to me and saying how sad it was to see us lose, and I hope she's got a bigger smile on her face tonight.
Fantastic. Well, there were fireworks today, without a doubt. Well done today.
Thanks so much.